Okay, so today I'm going to teach you one more tool uh, that is Sonarqube. Okay, so what is Sonarqube? Anyone have idea about this Sonarqube? Anyone? Okay, so Sonarqube, when I look at the Sonarqube, I see the functionality of Sonarqube is a quality management tool. Yeah, it's a quality management tool. So Sonarqube, when you look at the SDLC cycle, when you do the planning, if you remember, then we do the coding, then we analyze the code, and then we build the code. Correct? So in the planning phase, we use Jira and Confluence. We learn. In the coding phase, we learn Git yesterday. Python is pending. And now, second one, after the coding, you'll have to analyze the code analysis. This is something which we are doing, and build tool and many more stuff actually. So Sonarqube is basically a quality management tool. Now, when I say quality management tool, that means what? What is the tool? What is the meaning of tool? So the meaning of tool is like it will save cost, okay, save time again, and then improve the quality. Correct? That's a standard definition. But we have to understand how this tool will help you to save cost in software development. Mind it, software development. Save time in releases, improve quality for the software, because we all are doing the software work, right? So how it will do that? So now management, it is something which we have to understand. But before that, I want you to understand what is quality here. What do you mean by quality? It manages the quality, that's fine. It is a tool, that's fine. But what is a quality? So here quality means, here we are talking about the code quality and quality. So code quality, test quality. Code quality means, in a simple way, our developers are writing a code. I want to check whether the code is having quality issues or not. Code had self. It's not about the functionality is working or not. It's all about the code quality of the code. So that is a one quality, and another one, our testing team is also running the certain test cases, and they are also writing automation test cases and all. And I want to know their qualities also. But in today's sessions, I will focus on the code quality. Test quality will focus after the release as part of the code coverage process. Okay, so that is code quality. So now code quality, how can you find the code quality? So there are two processes which we do. Peer code review. This is something which you know that. You are writing a code, your senior will review the code and they will give you the things. And yesterday you might have seen that there is one feature which I discussed in the GitHub, that was a PR, pull request, if you remember. So that was a part of the peer code review. You commit the code, push the code to your another branch or other repository. From there, create a pull request, and someone would review the code and get it done. So that is called peer code review. Now, next one, what you have is static code review. Static code review is something like, here you will not do the review, tools will do the review. So this is something which is very important for us, because we cannot do everything our own hands, right? So if I go and type static code review tool, I think this would be the very comprehensive list of tools which we have. Static code review. So here hundreds of tools you will find it, not one and two, hundreds of tools. Here you see, as per the different languages, you will have a multiple tools actually. So yeah, so here these are the ways to get the quality for the product. Now in this session we are focusing on static code review. So now if I say quality, that means here I'm talking about the code quality, and the same code quality we are managing it through this tool. So now, did you understand that what is a Sonarqube? All of you? All of you? Yeah,
Yes.
let's. Okay. So now, guys, here we have Sonarqube is uh, one company who has developed this particular product. It's called Sonar Source. That's a company based out in Europe. They have developed. They have a multiple releases actually. So one is community release, another one is developer release, and another one is enterprise release. The one demo which I'm showing you is a community release. Development and enterprise is paid one. So how can we see that Sonarqube? This one, Sonarqube download. Okay, just go for this page. And here you have all these options: community, developer, and enterprises. Okay, so this is something which you can check it out. Now this product is developed using Java. Okay, so that is something which you have to understand that. Okay, so now community version is free, so we can use it for our learning purpose and all stuff like that. There's not much difference in terms of developer edition or enterprise edition and community edition, except that rules are different. So I'll talk about it. So now, guys, after understanding the Sonarqube, we have to understand the static code review also. What is static code review? So here we discuss static code review. In static code review, what happens? Human would not review the code. Then who would review? So here tool would review the code. Okay, tool will review the code. So there are some hundreds of static code analysis tools are there. So in a static code analysis, there's a concept called code. You write a code which would read the code, would review the code. Simple. The code which you are writing, which would be reviewed by code itself. This code, this code, can we call it rule? Yeah, can we call it rule in a standard terminology? So this code which has been written for reviewing the code, we call it rule. Rule would review the code. So one rule would review one condition. So here we need a rules would review the code. Okay, because multiple conditions we want to check. So it's like this. Okay, and then finally these rules you combine it together and make it into the certain tools, and then now that we call it SCA tool, static code analysis tool. So tool would review the code. So ultimately in the tool what we have rules. Okay, so rule, what is rules? It's a code. What it will do for made for written for reviewing the code. Are you okay with it, all of you? All of you?
So this tool can review any code, .NET, Java, Python.
Yeah. So this tool, we have a separate tool for different languages. For example, Java, this tool you have, check style tool. It has a
Oh,
hundreds of conditions, hundreds of rules, but this will check only the coding standard. But if you want certain other tools, let's say find bugs is for Java. This will help you to find out the bugs in your Java code. There's a IMA PMD. So this will help you to find out the some other language specific stuff. So different hundreds of tools are there. Different check. That's what I said. Made it simple. You have hundreds of tools, but these tools has a code which we call it rules, and hundreds of rules combining it together we call it one tool. So for example, check style. You have hundreds of rules inside it. These rules will check certain things in your code.
But
Makes
Rajesh,
sense?
Sonarqube is a tool, right? Which are languages that will check?
So sorry, this SCA tools will review your code. Okay,
Okay.
so think about it. SCA tools will review the code, but you get a reports, right? Review reports, correct? Quality reports you get it. Who will manage that quality reports? That is where Sonarqube is coming.
So that means like now we have to plug in the review tools with this Sonarqube.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, so now next thing is how Sonarqube works. This you have to understand, because if you understand this one, I can save at least 1 hour. Don't have to explain too many things to confuse you. So in this we have human, okay, and human interact with. I need some water. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, so here uh, how it works. So one way to understand this is human works with the Sonarqube web, okay, and find out all the issues, and Sonarqube web fetches all the details from the database. Simple. Here any RDBMS, RDBMS can be possible. That means Oracle, MS SQL, PostgreSQL. Okay, but how it works, how basically it gathers the matrices and all. So for that you need to focus on this image. So here you have a laptop, okay, and here Sonarqube server, we have it. This I'll set it up now. In few seconds I'll set it up, this server. Okay, now this laptop, okay, here you have a code. The code, it can be anything, Java, .NET, Python, I don't care, anything. Now this is you, or this one is machine. It can be build server also, CI, anyone. Okay. So now here in a Sonarqube server, primarily what you have. So primarily you have to divide it into three part. One is, this is a database. This is RDBMS, any RDBMS which you can use it. By default, Jetty is there. Sorry, by default this one. Uh, H2 is H2 is there, but other database also you can do that. And here you have a rules. Okay, rules we have it. And now this is the web front. Rules means what? Just now I explained. These are the rule. Hundreds of tools can be there here. Now these are in a two different server machines. So code, I need to apply these rules on the code, then only the report will be generated. So who will do this uplifting work? That is where the scanner is coming. Where is the where is the scanner? This scanner is in machine, the place where you have a code. So simple. Please hear me out. We run the scanner on the source code. Mind it, I said we run the scanner on the source code. Scanner will read the code. Scanner will go to the Sonarqube server and download all the rules and apply in the code. Okay, rules. Remember that codes, rules important. So scanner will download all the rules, apply on the code. The the moment the moment rules are run on the code, this is a report is generating what is bad in this code, what is good in this code. This report scanner send it to the database, historical data for all the code, all the projects, all the developers. It's being done like that. From the developer, from database, you have a very nice UI which I'll show you in some time. Here you can see which code has a problem, why that is a problem, who has written this code, what time it was written, and how to fix it. All the information you can get it here. So this is a complete workflow. Did you understand, all of you? Hello? Did did you understand this, all of you?
Yes.
So what we need? So we need to set up one Sonarqube server. In my laptop, I need to have a code. Any code you can use it. Okay, sample code I'll give you. And I need to have a scanner. Okay, and then the moment I run a scanner on the source code, rest of the things automatically happen. That's all. Okay, so that is something which you have to do that. So for that, what I'm going to do, let me log into my machines. Okay, so let me create one machines for demo. So Sonar, this is, I'm going for 1 to 20. I'm going for little higher RAM, so I don't want to wait. I don't have a patience waiting for it. And I'll go for one ticket I'm creating. I mean key, AWS, Mumbai, PPK file I need it. And here, security groups, I'll go for default, which is open everything. 30 GB hard disk, that is sufficient for demo, and create it. Done. So view instance. This is the Sonarqube IP address. Let me log in. You can do in your laptop also, but it will be very slow. I don't have a patience. So just for a few bucks. Sorry. Okay, so username would be Ubuntu. I know that, and the key I have already given. And this is the server which I'm having at the cloud, and done. Okay, so now guys, here I must tell you here one thing which Sonarqube you cannot run as a root. Okay, why? The reason is Sonarqube there is one component which is called Elasticsearch. Okay, and Elasticsearch cannot be run as a root. That is a problem. So for that reason, you have to run as a user only. That is a limitation. So I am not becoming a root, and I am a user only. So now what I will do? So first thing I just said, you have to have a Java installed. So can we download the Java? So Java install DevOps school. All these tutorials you have it. You know that by now. And I have a 1 to 20. So let me get it. So now I'm going for 17. Okay. By the way, you should read the Sonarqube documents also, prerequisite documents. This will help you to understand that if requirements are changed. So RAM, CPU, all this thing, I'll not waste time, but here you see Java. So I'll go for 17. So 17, which is here. So let me do that. So CPU is and RAM is pretty high, so it will take very less time to install it. Waiting time will be very less. Just be on the screen only. Almost done, guys. Just be with me. So I installed the Java 17. Okay. So here it is 17. Good to go. Now what to do? So I will go and download the Sonarqube Community Edition. How to do that? Let me show you. All these tutorials, though, you can find it at my website also, but I'm hitting directly because it's not that great and that complicated. So here, mm, I need a URL actually. Done. Done. So here I will go to download this file, zip file, and then now unzip this. Zip is not there. Let me install it. Unzip. That's all. Unzipping will have all the required files to get started. I will go to here and go to the bin directory, and here go to the Linux, Windows. See, mind it, any application which is written in Java, it's a platform independent, so you can run anywhere. I'm running in the Linux, and this file sonar.sh start. That's all. This command you have to run it. You can check the status. All this you will have on my website, so you can refer it. For example, Sonar Cube installation, DevOps tool. If you put it up, here it is. All this information you have it here for reference if you forget it. Okay, so SonarQube is running. Now on which port it is running? So SonarQube has occupied the default port which is called 9000. Okay, so let me, and that port is open here in AWS. So this is a SonarQube server. Default username is admin. You have to change it actually. It's taking little time. Just wait for a few seconds. Done. So admin, admin, admin. Done. Now password, let's change it. So old password admin to admin 123 and then admin 123 and update it. Done. Okay, so here you have this Sonarqube. Now you see projects, multiple projects. You can have it. Issues, I'll explain you. Rules, quality profiles, quality gates, some administration options, and also this is a Sonarqube, and this is done. Are you comfortable, all of you? All of you? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now we need to get a code. Where do we get a code? So I'll give you some sample code. This is the code, you can use it. A lot of codes you can find it here. So demo lab. So this code you can use any other code also, but this code is good to get started with it. See here. So this is a property file. You have to create it for every code. Some entries you have to add it. This is required actually. Project name, keys and all. And this is the code which which you have it. For demo only we have a two code, because the more bigger code you have, the more the time it will take to analyze the stuff. Okay, so that is the demo. So this is the demo code, but in this repository here you get many other codes. Let me show you. Just put Sonarqube, and here you see a lot of options. You have it here also, a lot of options. So just check it out. This code is sufficient. So this code you have cloned it actually in my local. Where is that? So let me show you. So go to my C tools locations, and Sonarqube folder I created over there, and this is the code. Okay, so this code I cloned it. You can clone it from here. This locations you can clone it. Okay, in the this place. Okay, so now I got the code also. So this is all so done. Now this is important, scanner. How do we get it? So let me talk about scanner. Sonarqube scanner download. Just type it in this is the place. Now here you have a scanner for many things. If you look at it here, scanner, you have it for hmm. So if you look at this here, scanner you have for CLI, and if you're using Jenkins, Azure DevOps, Maven, .NET, Gradle. So Gradle, we have a session. Maven, we have a session. Jenkins will have a session. Ant is out of scope. Azure DevOps is out of scope for us. .NET is out. What I am teaching you right now using this one. By the way, these all are jar files only. Mind it. The scanner is nothing but a jar files. But because different build tools, CI tools, put it in a different way actually. So this CLI, if you use it, you understand most of it fundamentally. But using is different steps. Okay. So this is the CLI command line. So go click on the command line, which is clicked already. Now the scanner you will download for which platform? Linux, Windows, Mac, Docker, what? So I have a Docker. So here this you will download it. See, this is a zip file. I downloaded it. And finally go to the folder, and this scanner I'm going to copy under my tools folder, because I keep it everything over there only. So copy this. Now I have a one more scanner here. Here if you see, this is the older one. So this one. So I will remove this and extract new version of it in front of you here. Done. So now this I'll remove it because requirement is done. I'll just rename it a little bit better. And this is a sonar scanner. Okay. So now this is also I got it. So this folder created inside a folder. I'll just move back and done. Done. So guys, here if you look at this my image, this third thing is also done. So you got everything. You got a server, you got the code, you got the scanner. So far so good, all of you.
Why did you open AWS EC2 instance?
I open AWS because I wanted to have virtual machines. Because I didn't want it to set up virtual machine in my laptop. Why? Because if I set up a virtual machines for this, it will take maybe 1 hour or something. So just, and it is
But you
I,
are installing software on your Windows, so how it will sync with Linux?
sync with Linux. See
No, I thought
this
you will be downloading code in that EC to instant.
Uh, okay, what is your confusion here?
Okay, okay. That server will be considered as SonarQube server, right? That
That's
EC
correct.
to okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
got it.
typically server will be having one dedicated for entire team. And this is your
Oh,
laptop, no? Laptop, you'll have
okay,
you'll write a code for it, which you want to scan this, but you want to see reports here. Why? Because hundreds of people write hundreds of code, they will write it, hundreds of projects. So we need to keep all the reports at one place, correct?
okay, got it.
Yeah. So here SonarQube server is in Linux, mind it. Now Linux VM I created on AWS because to save time. Here code I have in my own laptop, and that is what. So now scanner will do this all communication, correct?
Oh,
Because
yes,
Linux server is on AWS, so have a public IP address. So my laptop also can connect that place, no problem.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So now you could have done it one more thing. This server which I installed in Linux on AWS, you could have done it in the VM in your laptop, or you can install in the Windows itself. It's up to you.
Okay,
Got it?
got it.
Okay, so now guys, what I am doing, so all this thing ingredients is clear, but now last thing we have to do, running the scanner on the source code. This you have to do last, and rest of the things automatically will happen. So let me do that. Where is the scanner? So my scanner is somewhere here, bin. This is the scanner, okay, for Windows. Okay, Linux also .sh will be there, so don't get confused. So my scanner is this one, and the file name is this one, mind it. So this is a scanner where we need to run on that source code. Where is the source code? So source code is somewhere here. I put it everything in one directory to avoid the confusion, and open up a command line. Mind it, here you have. And now running the scanner. So running the scanner, copy paste, enter. Now I run the scanner, and it seems there's some error are there. So guys, can you please help me to correct this error, because I cannot fix this error. Venkatesh, can you please read this error and try to fix it? Patrick, Devor, Nika, Ashwarya, Venkatesh. There's one more person waiting for something. His not name is not displayed.
Mm-hmm.
What is
It's
the
like,
error?
some authentication error
Mm, authentication error.
with a privilege access to the controller or something like that.
Could be, but here I do not see authentication error. No. Do we have authentication issues
So
somewhere?
somewhere like it says do privilege, right?
No, but it's not there. No, that error. Read the error. All of
It's not able to connect to the SonarQube server.
correct.
Yeah,
See
that
here.
is there. That is not configured. Yeah.
So here, that's the reason you should have this image in your mind while working with the Sonarqube, because architecture knowledge you have, no, you can fix the problem immediately. Because you remember that I told you scanner will check, download all the rules. For that, scanner need to know where is the server, right? Scanner need to know where is the server. By default, they are looking the server at the local host, which is not there. So what to do? So I need to tell scanner, hey scanner, go and check this IP address. How to do that? Let me
So
show you.
that means like, can you have code on the local server also?
That's what I'm telling you since starting. This is your laptop. This is your
No, no,
server.
no. What I mean is like, your SonarCube server and the code in the same server also.
Why not? Can't we run two software in same server? Why not? You can run everything in laptop. Don't complicate that understanding in things. When I
Okay.
created a server, I said I wanted to have in Linux this one. Why? Because in our environment we'll have in Linux only. but you can install, because Java based application, no, you can install in your Windows also.
Okay.
Or I would suggest you create a VM in your Windows and then install it, because you will save some cost. I'll I just want to save time, but for
Okay.
you, your learnings is important.
Okay.
Okay, so now let me inform Scanner. Hey Scanner, the server you have to locate not local but go outside. So where is that? So there's one config folder is there inside a Scanner. Go to this. There is one file which is I have to open up. This is a Scanner configuration file. Every project, every scanner will have a property file. If you see that, this is the line which is heading actually. So uncomment this one and change the IP address of this. So IP address is this one. Now this is the one. Now some of you say, Rajesh, why you are not specifying the user ID and password? So what I did, I must show you here. I did the sample coding, and the sample coding itself, that code itself, you have a prop username and password. Let me show you. See here. So here some of the required metadata, but here only I specify username, password, and language name. So where is the source code, where is the binaries, and some UTP. These are the required. You can copy paste for every projects, other specification based on the requirement. Okay, so I did this. Let me run the scanner on the source code.
Rajesh, one question, for scanner to access the source code, do we need any authentication? If we say
Scanner,
this somewhere in the other repository or something like that.
no. Scanner and code will be in the same machine all the time, every time. So there's no authentication needed.
Okay.
Scanner, that's the reason I keep it in one file, and I could have shown you together actually, but this is a realistic picture.
So one
So
question. So now scanner will run the rules, right? Where do we configure the rules?
that's a pending topic. So here for time
Okay.
being, scanner will download the rules from here, which you can let me show you that rules here. A lot of rules are there, but I'll talk about it, just give me some time. So
Okay.
download the rules, apply on the source code, source, and then generate a reports. A scanner will push that report to database of Sonarqube, and from there you can see on the website, which is here. Let it complete. It's still downloading because the rules are pretty huge actually. Done. So now applying it. Hmm, done. So almost done. If it's a small project, so it will take very less time. But if you run on the real-time project, it will take a days also. So just two programs, so execution successfully. You can read all this thing. Don't ignore any of these learnings. Now go here and see DevOps School chat project. This is the project which I named it here. See. So this is the project, you got it, and now we'll have to understand this particular part actually. So scanning is done, analysis is done. For now, you need to come back to the website here and spend understanding what is this, how to understand this, issues, rules, profiles, gates, and all this thing. So now, did you understand that, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.